Well, good afternoon, it's Rick. So, I've been thinking about education, history, education in the United States, and how Trump's second administration is whitewashing history again, defunding actual scholarship. The founding of the United States, the start of the nation, is not some red, white, and blue patriotic myth that a lot of people on the right and some on the left want to push. But now with Trump's second administration, they've declared war on true history. Anything that makes people uncomfortable about our history, the true history of the United States. The true history of the United States is not a patriotic myth, it's what happened. We didn't create a nation for everyone. Not that some people didn't like that idea. We didn't create a nation for everyone in the U.S. Constitution. The Federalists certainly didn't want a nation for everyone. The Anti-Federalists didn't want as much power in the central government as the central government had, as the executive branch had. Understanding what happened, what actually happened during the founding of the United States. Understanding that, critiquing that, seeing the good, the bad, the ugly, doesn't mean you hate the United States. Doesn't mean you hate white people. Hiding from history you don't like, burying your head in the sand, whitewashing history, that's not a good thing. It weakens us as the United States, and it's just weak. It's a weak thing to do, to not face the true history of the nation, to face our true history, just to understand whose backs we actually built the country on, who we exploited. We exploited lots of different groups, who we excluded from freedom, suffrage, is bigger than who we included. And there are people on both sides that act like when we ratified the Constitution and the Bill of Rights afterwards, it was instantaneous fucking freedom for all. Minus, slaves. It's automatic. It was like, yay, we won. Well, that was never true. The Federalists wanted limited people voting. They wanted the best people voting. It took a long time in a civil war to start improving on that. To try to strive for universal suffrage. And understanding that and seeing the progression from, the Articles of Confederation to the Constitution to the Civil War, amendments from the Civil War, civil rights movements, to today. All of that's important. Understanding what actually happened is important. Not whitewashed, feel-good fucking history. What actually happened. There's some people in the Republican Party now, in the Trump administration, the second administration, they want Americans to be dumb. They hate education. They hate education for the masses. They'll continue to go to Ivy League schools. They'll continue to go to private schools. They'll continue to get good fucking educations. Fuck the rest of us. They had a war on PBS, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, public education. They have a war on that. They want dumb people. They want uneducated people. They want to keep people ignorant. They want to keep people ignorant. They want to keep people angry. They want to point to someone else and say it's their fucking fault. Get rid of education. Dumb down education. Get rid of scientific research you don't like. Scientific research you don't demonize things you don't like. Call it woke. It's just science. It's just history. It's just what happened. You got people cheering loudly for the dumbing down of the United States, for the demonizing of people with degrees, advanced degrees even. We need people with degrees. We need people with advanced degrees. We need people that go into the trades. We need all these people. So all of it needs to work together to make a functioning society. We need all this education, all this science in the United States, all this funding from private and from the United States, from the government, to keep the United States at the forefront of science, at the forefront of research. We've got a Secretary of Defense that's glorifying the Confederacy, or trying to glorify the Confederacy, saying that, hey, look, Fort Bragg is back. Bullshit. Fort Bragg is not back. You did not name that after Braxton Bragg. You named it after some PFC that happened to be named Bragg. Have the last name of Bragg. You shit on his memory just because he happens to have the same last name as a Confederate traitor. You didn't give a shit. They don't give a shit about PFC Bragg, what he did. Same thing goes for the other bases that they reverted to their Confederate names. They didn't convert them to their Confederate names. They can't do that. It's illegal. So they found a fucking loophole. And they shit on the memory of the people that they're naming it after, because it's not named after them. They're just a convenient last name. It's still the traitorous fucking Confederates. It also fucks over it shits on the memory of the people that we named the bases after, that the whole commission went for and looked for people that exemplified the Army values. That understanding the history of the United States, understanding the whole history, understanding the Civil War, why it happened, not the lost cause bullshit. All of it's important. Understanding it doesn't make me hate the United States. Understanding our imperfect history does not make me hate the United States, does not make me hate being white. It does not make me feel guilt. Some empathy, but empathy's not guilt. Dumbing down history, making it, whitewashing it, making it comfortable for people that don't want to know the truth, that are afraid of the truth. Like I said, it doesn't make me hate the United States knowing its true history. It doesn't make me feel guilty about the history of the United States. Empathy for people, hoping that we can, move forward despite the backwards, what's happening now. I mean, so many people, not just on the right, but on the left too, but a lot on the right, take it as a personal affront if you don't claim that the United States is some, magical nation that, we shit out freedom as soon as the Declaration of Independence was signed. The United States is almost 250 fucking years old. It's time to get over the patriot myth. It's time to get over the all these founding myths, the lost cause in the Civil War. It's time to get over it. Those people are long fucking dead. The founding fathers fought and bickered. Aaron Burr, Hamilton. They weren't some, kumbaya, all agreeing. The United States didn't invent freedom. We didn't invent republicanism. We didn't invent democracy. We didn't invent any of those things. And the Constitution is not perfect. The United States is not perfect. Our history is not just one big red, white, and blue ode to freedom. And hiding from that truth is wrong, and dumbing it down is wrong. And pushing the patriot myth, the patriot myths, the lost cause narrative, that's fucking wrong. Running away from education, running away from science, demonizing those things, that's wrong. It makes us weaker, makes the country weaker, not strong. That's the end of my rant. Have a day.